Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Nerdy Talk. Shit, okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of another Nerdy Talk show where we talk nerd. Ow. So, welcome to another show tonight. Another big week happened this week. A lot of fun stuff, all the good stuff happening indeed. So, what happened this week? A lot of movie news, not so much, but we will say one thing. We did get some trailers this week. First of all, we got trailers for... That car outside really needs to shut the hell up. Bam! This week we got trailers for Thor, Love and Thunder, and Lightyear. A couple new shots of footage, and my goodness, this poster. Look at this poster. It looks fantastic. I love it. It looks like an album cover. I want to make it a box and just have it framed on my wall. You know what I'm saying? Aside from that, we got some upcoming news on the sequel to Spiderverse. As well, such as delay dates, as well as the date for the sequel to Spider-Verse, and another movie along the way, which actually I was not expecting to happen. We got some news for the casting and title of the upcoming DnD movie, which I am spoiling right here by this image. I apologize. Another trailer for Sonic Origins, a new game that is coming out. Not an original idea, but with some interesting ideas, I'll say that. Also, hey, you know how that Marvel Pavilion opened up in California Adventure? You ever wonder what happened to A Bug's Land? The place that preceded it? Well, we got some answers here in the name of adorableness. And lastly, we got some personal news of a big vacation taken by the concert Cruizer, who just got back from California, and he's got stories, all kinds of stories. All that and more tonight on another Nerdy Talk show. Cue the opening!
And now it's time for your weekly vocabulary builder, helping you make other people feel stupid since the dawn of man. This week's word is
tittle. It is a noun. Definition: a tiny amount or part of something. When used in a sentence, oh baby, this was just a tittle of what I got in store for you. Now lick it!
congratulations, you are now 0.03% smarter. We'll be back next week with more ridiculous smart words you've never heard of. Or maybe you have. In which case, tough shit.
Welcome back, everyone, to another nerdy episode of another Nerdy Talk show. I'm here with my two friends here, Kuma the Sleepy and Justin Jablonski. How you guys doing today?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's always a good time talking to you people. So, I ask this question to you. I ask you a question. Do you know what question I ask you? Dare I ask?
The question that you're asking.
Yes, exactly. And my question that I'm asking is, how are you feeling this evening, gents? Comfy? Cozy? Funny,
Pretty high.
fun?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Kuma on that one. I'm in that little middle ground though of like, I'm kind of high, but at the same time I'm like
Are you being serious? Are you high too?
a little bit
Oh my god, what did you do?
buzzed. I want to say it's a little bit better of a word.
Buddy, I'm the one that's supposed to get
I'm,
buzzed.
I'm more relaxed than I am high.
Hey, I'm supposed to be the one that gets buzzed here. I'm the one with the alcohol. Did you not see the opening? It says, Evan, alcoholic. If you start stealing my thunder, I swear to God, I will fire your ass. Nah, I'm just kidding. We drink together. We drink all kinds of shit together. We're all the best of friends. Isn't that right, Jablonski?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Oh my
Train.
So, Jablonski, if it was my understanding, you got something in the mail today?
Oh, you mean what I bought today just over at my GameStop that I showed you earlier?
Yeah, man, you gotta show it to them.
All right.
Show the kids. What
This is going on my shelf.
the fuck is that? Explain to the kiddies what that is.
Okay, so this is what we actually used to play games on a lot of the time.
Yes, it is what we call a video game, kids.
So this was by Tiger Electronics, and again, if you grew up in our generation, they were like everywhere.
Believe
This
it or
robot-
not, I really did like playing the like when they made it for as a little as a toy for like the I think it was I think I want to say McDonald's but also Burger King, but I think it was McDonald's mostly where they had the Sonic
That was McDonald's. That was McDonald's.
yeah, they had the little Sonic ones.
Yeah, where it was just one button.
Yeah, no, some of them were two.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had like the rectangle ones, and then they had like the little game like joystick, not joystick, but like game looking version or handheld.
One game was game like.
Well, mostly they were just called. Ah, damn, I forgot what they were mostly called. Just
I don't.
pay. No, not pay. Play.
You had to put a
like,
quarter every single time you played it.
that would be weird, wouldn't it?
You'd be rich, man.
To just. I mean, no, like it's basically like how you would have your own little like your own little freaking.
Rad Crab, what's up?
Why am I spacing on words right now?
Because you're high.
No, okay, well maybe. But no, but like where you would have like your own little like candy vending machine thing.
Oh yeah, like little gumball machine deals.
Yeah, little gumball thing.
Yeah, my mom
Imagine
used to
if
have
that's how you imagine if that's how you had video games back then. Like you had to put like your own little quarter into the thing and but like you could still like take it out and like
That was the
put
thing.
it back in.
What was the thing with like the gumball machines at home? You could take like anything. You could put like pennies in there and everything. It's not like one of those pay toilets. You ever been?
Oh,
You ever seen
man.
one of those pay toilets?
I've been to London. They have that in their public areas.
Are you serious? It's in London.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my
It pissed Ari off. It was literally a we were in I forget which park we were in, but like as we're walking along, she has to use the restroom, and then like as we're walking towards where like the public restroom was,
The loo.
yeah, we just like I'm just waiting for her to like she goes in, she comes back out, and she's like, "You have to pay to get in." I was like, "Wait, what? Really?" I look, and yeah, they have like these little like barriers that have like you have to put I think it's like 20 pence to just enter into the toilet. Like it wasn't the restroom, but like it was just basically for you to enter in.
Oh my god. All right, so before we get let's start off with our topics for the night. First of all, let's talk about the big trailer that happened this week. That being the trailer for Thor.
Oh, Love and Thunder!
Thor, Love and Thunder, baby. First of all, I love this poster. I love it. I love everything about this poster very much. I have it in the Ants chat if you guys want to see it. Like, look at this thing. It looks like an album cover.
It does. I love it.
I like that giant, like, old MS Paint steel. I'm sorry, old MS Office Paint, like, font that was steel that we all used because we thought it was badass.
True. Yeah.
But, like, yeah, it's really good. So let's see what's going on in this movie. Essentially, Thor is first of all, Thor is now the official only Marvel character that actually has had 4 movies now, 2 of which are good. But so what's happening in this film, basically from what I'm seeing here, is Thor is breaking ties with the Guardians, even though they haven't had no adventures with each other, which kind of bites.
Yeah.
And yeah, Thor's just losing weight. He's got losing the gut by pulling some chains, playing some jump rope, eating a salad like his mom told him to. Did anyone else find that line weird in Endgame? Eat a
What?
His mom goes like,
Eat a
"And
salad?"
eat a salad.
Well, it's a mom.
No,
it's
I'm
a
like-
mom thing.
I'm like,
Like-
salads existed in Asgardian?
Yeah, it pretty much kind of existed everywhere.
Oh my god, I don't know. Maybe I'm used to seeing like cartoons with like Vikings that only ate like meat, but like
Yeah, that's cartoons.
yeah.
I know. No, but no, yeah, they did have like different type of vegetables and everything. They mostly ate meat just because like they
Kings.
had to like get like game and like
that, and they wanted
clothing
to eat,
and
they were
shit.
eating like kings basically because kings ate meat.
And I could be wrong, but I also think some were also used for sacrifices as
Oh
well.
yeah, definitely. Anyway, so we got Penelope Cruz. Was it Penelope Cruz coming back? Who is that? I keep getting this actress confused. Fucking who's playing Lady Thor? Not Kat Dennings.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. I'm sorry. I keep
Yeah,
getting-
Natalie Portman. I was
whenever
really
I think of Natalie Fluttershy, get the fuck on my mic. Anyway, yeah, Natalie Portman as the best Disney princess, Lady Thor, and I want to say, if you guys noticed that, did you notice how Thor's armor actually does look like his comic book incarnation from like the older days?
Yeah.
It's like more
No,
colorful.
yeah.
But yeah, she has the hammer back. Motherfucking Mjolnir. I can never pronounce that thing's name right. I apologize.
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Yeah. Mjolnir, Malinir, however you want to say.
Anyway,
Whatever kind of Mjolnir is near.
That's what my dad says all the time. But like, yeah, we got her. It's reconstructed. She's wielding it. But my question is: this a variant?
No, it is probably gonna be her because the way it works in the comics is that Jane Foster, her character,
Yeah.
does have like she gets
Cancer.
cancer. I forgot what kind it is, but like it is like terminal or something like that or severe.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, whenever she like grabs onto the hammer and changes into Lady Thor, it basically takes it away. But like whenever she's like out of that, like not holding the hammer, which is kind of weird as well too. It's basically like, I guess whoever holds the, I guess it's legit when Odin says like his words on it whenever
Yeah.
he first sent it to Earth, like he who those who can wield this or something like that, he who wields this will have the power of Thor. I guess that's probably what he meant. Like
Yeah,
if
man.
you're able to wield it, you will have.
Captain America did have the
Thor,
power of Thor,
like-
man.
Well, yeah, but no,
Yeah,
no,
people
he
who
didn't-
are considered worthy of it.
yeah, he was considered worthy, but like he didn't really take on like the armor.
Oh
and
yeah, he
everything.
didn't, but he did have the powers
Yeah.
of Thor.
And
Yeah,
if I remember correctly,
specifically, yeah, like the lightning and everything. Yeah.
if I remember correctly too, and I'll have to see if it is going to be happening in the movie. We may actually get Beta Ray Bill.
Really?
Ooh, yeah, because we are going back to because apparently he's going to be left on a planet as where he's cutting ties with the Guardians apparently,
Yeah.
and it's like on the planet where Beta Ray Bill is from, or like back at they're on some planet where it involves Beta Ray Bill somehow. But yeah, that's what many people are kind of hoping for. I'm
Yeah.
kind of looking forward to seeing him.
Am I
Especially a Marvel-looking version of him, however they're gonna make
Yeah,
him.
man. Like, here's something else that's interesting. Like, first of all, how many thought it was funny how they did that one scene where Star-Lord's looking at Thor and says, always look at the person you love or something like that. And he's just looking at Star-Lord. He's like, yeah, not me.
Yeah, it just really just got totally like.
Do you want to know what I like about Star-Lord most of all? Is literally with the first scene in his ship, he has that friggin' alien chick come out of the ground that he's clearly banged. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he just like doesn't remember who she was there.
What do you call that? Pansexual? I think it is. Anyway, Star. I was about to say Star Wars. Star-Lord is the
Wow.
best pansexual superhero. I'll say that. to quote Lando Donald Glover when they said that Lando Calrissian was going to be pansexual, I remember Cruiser threw a shit fit about it. But then I told him what Donald Glover said about it, and he said, "Okay, fuck that shit. Okay, you win, whatever." He said, first of all, I don't have a problem with it. Second of all, how can you not be pansexual in space? There's like so many things you can have sex with.
That is true. Well, depending on where you're probably grown, like where you probably live and everything, like that's.
Dude, I would totally have hair sex with the Navis, man. Don't
I love
look
how
at me.
I love how that's a
look
little
at me
detail we
in
learned.
the face and tell me you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't take your hair and stick that shit in the ponytail. I mean,
No.
think of it like this: in the Flight of Passage ride in
I also love how
Animal Kingdom.
I love how you're going from Star Wars to Avatar.
It's owned by Disney. Who knows?
No, that's what I mean. I just love how you went from you couldn't name any of the aliens from there.
Dude,
And yet you went like, I'm gonna go to this other franchise.
Okay, to be fair,
Navi.
yeah, because there's the sad thing is that, let's just face it, Avatar is the only alien movie we can think of that has actual scenes of alien sex. Technically. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, speaking of alien sex and other stuff, let's talk about that trailer for Lightyear. As soon as I can get to load it.
Oh wow. You
Yep,
and your segues.
We got the trailer for Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear has gone forward in time and stuff, and the film is set to feature a lesbian kiss that will make the haters go ballistic. I'm just gonna say that just to get it out of the way, but yeah, let's talk about this trailer. The Lightyear. First of all, again, that animation, I love it. I love it. So essentially,
I just want to point out, why the hell does this hate? Why the hell is this thing just a freaking giant tit in the trailer? like legit.
You saw that too, man.
Like legit 5 seconds in.
There's just a giant boob.
That's just a giant tit.
First of all,
a giant tit in the woods, okay?
Yeah, man, there's just a giant tit in the woods, man. We're men on the stream. We have fun. Anyway, but like, yeah. So, what?
Tit in the woods.
Tit in the woods. Anyway, so what's happening in this film is that Buzz Lightyear is sent on a mission, and it involves him going forward in time, meeting the granddaughter, niece of his former leader. He also has his trusty cat thing. I don't know what that's about. What's the deal with the cat now? Was that ever explained in the trailer?
Cat robot.
It's just a cat.
The cat is basically it says it in the first trailer. It's his personal
companion.
Personal companion, basically,
It's
his emotional his emotional care thing.
It's like Siri if she gave a shit. Anyway, yeah. So
or if she had an actual
Buzz
body,
and his
that'd be weird.
It's Buzz and cat thing in the middle of the woods. Buzz is played by Chris Pratt, and I'm not Chris Pratt. Frick! God damn it! Fucking Super Mario Broovy. Chris Evans. God, if your friend edits this, I want him when I do that rant there, I want him to zoom in every single time I say a word there. Anyway, so the deal is that so he's forward in time and they have to stop this evil robot called Zurg. Zurg looks fucking awesome in this movie.
Yep.
He doesn't have the dress anymore, guys. He looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, where it says he's going forward. He actually goes forward even more, which is the thing that I knew was probably gonna be a thing that they might do.
Yeah, man.
Part of me thought it was gonna be either him going in forward further into the future, or somehow malfunctioning and maybe going towards the past or something. Considering that he has that energy thing in that box or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I thought would be kind of interesting.
I want to also point out something that's really cool here. We have yet to see any footage of Buzz Lightyear flying.
That is true.
It's a little thing, but it's pretty cool. I actually liked in the first poster that when it shows his flight button, the big red flight button, it doesn't look like one of those solid buttons. It looks like it has a pulley on it. It's really cool. But yeah, it looks pretty good. The animation looks spectacular. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it.
Okay.
seeing what Andy saw. And that's a good thing because this movie actually does kind of give a little bit of a tip of the hat to that theory about the Pixar shared universe.
Oh yeah, my little high thought.
One can dream, one can dream.
I know. That was literally one of my thoughts that I focused oddly too much time on, and I was going like,
Yeah.
just because I was really thinking like, if we're part of the Disney universe,
Yeah.
and I was going like, I can't go beyond that. What am I thinking?
Dude, I'm not part of the Disney universe. I'm part of the Disney world.
Wouldn't the world be in the universe though?
More specifically, the future Disney world in Tomorrowland.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, we got 2 good trailers that came out this week. We also got another one that I'll be bringing up soon. So the next one up here is some news that Jablonski brought up to me about Into the Spider-Verse 2, Part 1. Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1. It was apparently delayed from October 7th, 2022 to the summer of June 2nd, 2023, which is kind of a bummer.
Yep. I'm a little bit bothered by it, but it's not a world ending. Oh my god, that just kind of sucks. I was looking forward to that.
Well, they got some time. I mean, what does Sony have to do? They have to make a Spider-Man movie every 3 years? Is that how the contract works? I don't remember. But yeah, we got that coming up here. Part 2 is set to debut on March 29th of 2024. But which sucks even more because we all know the world's going to be gone by that time.
Do we though?
Yep.
Do we really though?
But actually, we actually got some.
We live.
When we actually did get some other news on a Madame Web movie coming out.
Ooh, Madame Web, yay!
I don't know a lot about Madame Web. Like, what's the story with her exactly?
She's sort of like the center of the spider web, like not pun intended, so to speak.
She's basically
or the universal or like the something. She's part of like where she's connected to the whole multiverse of
her web. The Spider-Verse is basically like one web, and she's basically the center of it.
Or like the Spider-Verse is her web, so to speak.
That's why I was basically implying. But yeah, she's basically the center there. She's just
she kind of knows about.
She's the overseer.
Almost like about every Spider-Man. Yeah,
she's the overseer basically.
In a sense, yeah.
She's like the Spider Watcher.
Yeah. I haven't read much comics on her specifically. I only just like remember her mostly from the cartoon. And like from one of the video game or no, 2 of the video games. It's a Shattered Dimensions and I think another one that involves Spider-Man 2099 and then the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, because I'm looking at pictures of her right now and her giant thorax ass. So yeah, is that ever brought up, her having a giant thorax ass?
Basically, I don't know if she's like crippled specifically or something, but like she's always seen like sitting in like just this throne.
It's her ass. She's literally sitting on her ass.
If you want to go with that, go ahead.
No, her thorax is the throne. It looks like it is literally her sitting on her ass.
I don't know what kind of image you're specifically looking at, but like she's meant to be like a normal looking woman.
Maybe. I mean, I'm seeing different iterations of her. Sometimes she has like a thorax. Sometimes she has none. She's like,
I don't.
Some she's old. Some she's new.
I've mostly only just seen like of her being old.
I've heard rumors that Tarantula might have an appearance in the movie, but I don't know whether or not. I'm talking about Spider-Verse, not Madame Web. Excuse me. But aside that, nothing really was released on it. Aside from Euphoria's Sydney Sweeney being cast in it.
Sydney who?
From Euphoria.
Oh, Euphoria. Okay. I was really going like I don't really know a show like that. I was like, wait, of course I do. I've seen like
Yeah.
so kind of wait for
Jablonski,
the
you've
third
left.
season.
Jablonski, get back here.
He's gone.
Jablonski, get back here and talk about superheroes with us right now. Jablonski? Jablonski Michaels, get back in your chair.
I don't think he has headphones like mine where they're wireless.
Kuma, don't be ridiculous. It's the 21st century.
I can't wait till we get past that saying. Of course, we're not going to be alive.
Yeah,
by,
then
by
we'll be in the year. Then we'll be in the life of Phil of the future.
Phil
Phil of the future, swimming together just as fast as he can. Phil of the future. He's a 20-second century man.
22nd century.
Yeah.
It makes me also think of the Duck Dodgers as well too.
Oh yeah, the 21st,
What was it?
the 21st one episode. Blue Psycho Ranger, what's up?
Huh?
Sorry, Blue Psycho Ranger said hello. Hello, you here with Rad Crab? Rad Crab, I love your name. So yeah, let's talk about something that you guys are interested in talking about. Dungeons and Dragons, the movie.
Yeah.
So the movie called Dungeons and Dragons Among Thieves and
Honor
Among
Among
and Thieves was a movie that you brought into my attention. The movie had its title announced as well as its cast, which include Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Jean Page, Justice Smith, Sophia Lillies, and Hugh Grant. I only know at least two of these names, but yeah, it's set to premiere on March 3rd, 2023, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on this because let's just face it, you can't talk about this movie without talking about the original Dungeons and Dragons movie that starred Jeremy Irons. Do the hand thing. There you go. Your microphone's muted, but yeah, he did the whole thing like.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, I couldn't hear it on my end. Excuse me. Do it again.
Feed me your rage.
I want every ounce of your rage.
I fucking love that movie. I don't care what anyone says. That shit was my
I want this movie to be a continuation of those two guys.
It's not, but at the same time, I am just going to enjoy.
Hold on. Okay, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out in
It was like 90 something.
Yeah, it was like in the 1990s, and it was a horrible movie. It starred Jeremy Irons, and
He was the best part of the whole movie.
yeah, he was the best part of the movie. Just there's a scene where he's trying to tame a dragon, right? And
Yeah.
he just has the scepter. He's like, I can use every ounce of your range. I don't know what it's trying to do here. Oh my god. What if this was just like an adaptation of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon? I mean, 2 years ago they made
I would be okay with that, honestly.
Yeah, man, I want to see boobs. Yeah, not a lot.
It says it's gonna serve as a reboot on the Wikipedia.
Kind of does. I mean, like
I don't doubt it. I'm okay with that.
with the original.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know this fact, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon show was actually once considered the most inappropriate kid show on TV at one point.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm being serious. There actually was a shot with a boob.
Yeah.
It shows that they're looking in this mirror that shows their fear, and one of them is a girl whose fear of getting old and decrepit. And one of them shots you can see like a very poorly drawn boob, and it's like clearly a nipple in there. It's like so funny.
A poorly drawn boob.
Yeah, look it up. It's like
No. I just love how that's like being like for to hear that later on to be like it's a poorly drawn boob and him just going like
yeah. My favorite thing is that like here's the deal. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, but I remember watching Pro Jared's review of the TV show, and I know in the first episode they fight the Tiamat, And
Yeah.
even I'm looking
Which
at that.
is a fucking dick move of the
I
DM.
know, right? Like, I'm looking at that. I don't even know how this game is played, and even I know that that's a dick move. The non-Dungeons and Dragons player knows that's a dick move. That's really saying a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's an episode where
Like,
they
yeah, have the Queen of the fucking Dragons be with the level 1 party.
right?
Douche.
That don't even know what's going on right now. Is by the way,
Yeah.
they were just legit on a ride, and then like,
Second of
oh
all,
shit.
what carnival has a Dungeons and Dragons ride? What would that even be?
Game
don't
for that.
know.
Yeah, man, I would totally
I
go.
don't know, and like, also, how does no one not notice that these kids are not like exiting the ride after they just like magically teleported?
Dude, it was a time when nerds were like seen as minorities back then. Nobody else went on that ride aside from them. He knows what I'm talking about. I will say, I made a promise to myself. I think Jablonski found this hilarious. If I were, my dad used to play D&D when he was a kid, and I think he was a warrior, and his name was Dratstab.
Yep.
Which his name was he got the name because it's bastard spelled backwards, right? So I said,
Yep.
okay, if I am ever gonna play Dungeons and Dragons, I need to play that same class, and I want to go under the name of Stab the Second, just to carry on the Dratstab legacy.
Wow. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I remember that.
You thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The Dratstab legacy has to be continued, man. It's like the Joestar bloodline. The House of Dragstab must live on. But no, what do you guys think about this movie, this Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out here? Considering you guys are
I'm
avid
looking
players?
forward to it. I'm gonna be fucking watching.
Like just because I'm more into D&D now and everything, I'm just kind of looking forward to just seeing how like the idea is like they're gonna play it off as like I know it's gonna be like some sort of reboot, but like their version of just like what is going to be like the D&D-ish about it besides fantasy ideas kind of thing like that.
But is it going to be better than Mazes and Monsters? Yeah, remember that shit?
That's also a game that's also a legit like I could be wrong on the name, but like I think that's another like little card game.
If you don't know about the Mazes and Monsters movie, it was actually the first role that Tom Hanks ever got as a leading role. It's really interesting. So yeah, if you want to see a 26-year-old Tom Hanks be awesome as he is today, go watch that shit, man.
Oh, a couple of days ago, I was rewatching Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, and it's still good.
Yeah, especially Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, man.
Which I do agree with. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do agree with the nostalgia critic when like it's obvious. Like, yes, this is the bad guy.
Yeah, man. You should see the pictures of Lloyd without the animated eyes. It's like so creepy.
I kind of don't.
Yeah, man.
Kind of don't, just because like the animation already just gives you slightly
Oh yeah, that's really good stuff there, man. Man, despite the fact I don't know how much it derives from the book, but yeah. But it's really interesting stuff, really is. They're never gonna make a movie like that again.
Nah.
Not with today's.
We got the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie coming out.
Another one.
No, what? What do you mean another one? No, the one we talked about a while back. Remember?
I don't.
Where they're gonna be live action, basically.
I don't know. I don't watch Alvin and the Chipmunks. Dratstab, LOL. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad Blue Psycho Ranger knows what he's talking about.
Oh wait, no, sorry, not the freaking not the freaking Alvin and Chipmunks. Sorry, Chip and Dale.
Oh yeah, Chip and Dale. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, remember how they have like in the
I guess.
Yeah, remember how in the background of it, like they have Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, they also have My Little Pony. They also have everything. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe there might be a little bit of a catch on that show.
I mean, I'm not saying I want them to make another Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie because, like, I know it's not going to be like the legit same idea. Like, I'm okay just being like Roger Rabbit, something else. Like, Who killed Roger Rabbit? I was kidding.
Well, actually, there actually was a planned CG sequel that was actually going to be made by
Yeah.
Image Capture, which was Robert Zemeckis' old motion capture studio. That was called.
Yeah, it's gonna be about Roger meeting.
It was called Who Created Roger Rabbit? Because I think there is a sequel to the book. I'm not too sure though. But I don't know what else to talk about. So yeah. Sorry, I suddenly turned into the editor for a second with that falsified British accent. I'm the editor.
I was gonna say, have either of you seen the new Moon Knight as well too?
Oh my god, I still have to.
Yes, I have.
I have yet to see it. You can just. I'll put. I know. I got it. I got the segment and thing coming up.
You need to watch it. God damn.
Hush, hush, hush. Here comes the bogeyman.
Okay, chop, 5 minutes.
Huzzah! Yay!
Yay.
So apparently, we find out that they are actually now separated from Khonshu for
Yep.
until they're able to
For the whole
release
fucking
them.
with the sky thing.
Yeah, just like in the fourth episode, right? Or no,
Yeah,
the
we're
new
in the 4th episode.
Yeah, we're in the fourth episode. Okay, yeah. So in the third episode, just them, just scrolling back through the sky, which I just love. That's how he does it. Just like just really just scrolling through the sky just to find the stars, which does raise a couple of questions in that. Like, does doing that take us back in time specifically, or did he just specifically change the sky?
He just changed the sky.
But then that's still like that still
It's not
takes
time
some,
travel.
but he still like physically changed the sky though. He didn't just like popped on a new filter looking
he
sky.
didn't.
He legit changed the sky to the
He
stars.
changed the sky to what it was. Yes.
Yeah, so that's not like it's not like legit time travel, but like that still does something to the sky, doesn't it? Like
Not really.
I'm not an astronomer or anything, but I feel like that should do something. I know like the moon affects more of like our tides and oceans, but like I feel like
Really
just messing with
doesn't?
the sky and stars does something though. I feel like something does.
The stars, no. If it was the moon, yes, it would. But
No, yeah, the moon
stars
itself,
and all
yeah.
that, the stars and how
Wait,
they're aligned.
No, Khonshu's the moon god. Remember?
Cruiser, don't question.
Yeah, I remember.
Cruiser, don't question.
So-
I just want to see how this plays out.
So I feel like he moved the moon as well too, wouldn't he?
Not necessarily.
Because the moon doesn't stay in one spot either. Like, so he would like just changing the sky.
It was probably
wouldn't
more
that move-
specifically the stars.
Okay, I'm hoping that's why. Because I'm really going like, if he moved the moon, that's gonna be a whole thing of just where like, because you did see like where like a lot of people, like normal people and everything, were seeing this happen.
Yeah, they were
everywhere.
going like, the fuck?
Yeah, so like I was really just thinking if he's doing that and the moon is also moving with that as well too. Could you imagine a sailor or just anywhere out at sea just seeing this and just going like, and again how the moon can affect the tides in the ocean.
We got a
Just like going like,
somewhere
we got
on
a first
Earth in the MCU.
we got a first time we got a new person in our chat that says it's weird because by doing so he might have made an impact to multiple things in the mystical things, cosmic effects. This is from Ruck Angle.
Tuma.
yes.
Picture this. In the MCU, as this is happening, there's a stoner looking out the window. And he looks at his joint. And he's like, fuck this.
No, yeah, you gotta imagine all the people in Amsterdam
Oh my god.
just looking up just walking out of a coffee shop or just like out of anywhere, just either bake pleasured out of their mind or anything, and just looking up, being like, "The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!"
Yeah, and also there's also the ending too.
Oh yeah, the ending was pretty cool.
Oh, it
Just-
was.
Just seeing this hippo. Hi.
It just goes, hello.
I know. I don't know what my first reaction would be.
Dude,
honestly,
Hippo,
like,
that's not a good thing to say about Cruiser when he comes in.
wow.
Yes, I have returned from the neighborhood that is San Francisco.
Is this a neighborhood?
Yes, I did.
What? I'm sorry. What did you
Or was that
just
West
say?
Hollywood? It's
What
one of
did
the
you
two.
just say, you fucking husk? What the hell?
Hey, it's either San Francisco or West Hollywood. One of them is the center of the neighborhood.
I think that's West Hollywood.
Okay, duly noted. But yeah, after spending 8 days in San Francisco, or at least in that area of California, this is how I feel about it. It's definitely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It is historic. There's a lot to do there, and it's very production heavy. You know, film, food, wine, tech, etc. However, the parts where it's bad, it's really bad. The cost of living is high, extremely high.
Higher than Kuma?
Yes. And everything is so far spread out that you will drop so much money in gas. Because here's the thing. My friend Kurt, and Evan saw this, he actually has a Tesla.
Fuck.
And it does keep track of how many how far you've traveled. And throughout my 8 days there, we racked up 800 miles. That is 100 miles a day.
Yeah, because you had a lot of shit.
So, I mean, so
You
yeah,
travel
and even
around
if
this
they did-
fucking Tesla, man, come on.
yeah, the volume goes to 11.
He's not. He's actually.
Why
serious.
11?
He's
Hey,
actually.
I'm not kidding.
He's not kidding. I actually have seen
that
Kurt's.
just-
You showed me that too.
Yeah, Kurt's.
No,
Tesla,
Teslas
man.
are awesome.
Yeah,
I
Kurt's
love
Tesla's
Teslas.
awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
But yeah, we also went to a few amusement parks. There's 3 in his general area, and one of them I didn't get to see, and that was the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. And that was actually a pretty cool experience. The fact that there's this this historic little amusement park that's right there on a dock, and the beach is right next door.
Blue
You don't
Cyc-
even have to pay to get in.
Blue Cycle Ranger asks, was the hotel area bereft of any necessities?
Meaning,
I don't know.
yeah, what does bereft mean?
That's what it says. It says BEREFT, bereaved, bereft.
That's how it's
You have to be a
spelled.
bit. You have to explain, please.
Dude, send it to me. I'll make it next week's word of the day. No food or anything.
And
Yeah, they let the people in San Francisco die of starvation.
Oh,
It's
were
like-
there any places to eat? I guess. I don't know.
but
I
I like when
anyway,
you're confused. You wiggle your eyebrows like that. It's so funny.
yeah,
The
what are you
Rock?
talking about? Yes.
This is a case of eyebrow This is a case of eyebrow spasms. You're like Shaquille O'Neal, man.
Oh.
There's the scene in the movie Steel where he's talking to the girl in the wheelchair. All he's doing is just moving his eyebrows upside down. It's so funny.
But anyway, so the Santa Cruz Boardwalk, that was pretty cool. They have one roller coaster there that is almost 100 years old. So because of that, I wasn't expecting, something grandiose like the Velocicoaster. It's something where you really have to ride it just for the historical significance of it. But they
Yeah.
also had one of those roller coasters that's like that weird dino coaster that used to be at Animal Kingdom, Evan.
Oh, I hate those the Crazy Mouse coasters.
Yeah, they had one of those there. However, I thought this one was pretty different, at least to me, because it didn't just go like back and forth, like the occasional swoop. This thing actually would go like up over edges and circle back. Okay, this one at least does something. That's cool.
Yeah.
They have their own indoor haunted house, like the Haunted Mansion, only obviously not as extravagant, but it's edgier. And there's this one section that I had never seen before in a darkroom haunted house. You see some alligator pop up out of the water, and there's this dock right in front of it. And as soon as it goes under the underwater, the dock starts to break like one panel board at a time until it reaches the last one.
Oh, that's a pretty cool effect.
It is, but like, whoa! I have never seen that before. That was cool.
Oh yeah, amusement park rides and attractions like that are really experimental, and I love that.
Yeah, I mean, look, as much as I love what we got down here in Florida, it is really interesting to see these people experiment with what they can do within their own means.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, it's mostly just because I would say it's given to the fact that like they need like a lot of new things constantly. I would say.
And it was also the same place where the YouTuber Mark Rober did his Carnival Games video, where he explained how Carnival Games are total scams. And I was actually taking pictures of the games that were featured in this video, just so I could do like a side-by-side comparison. And one of them running the scam game said, "Oh yeah, I remember him coming here."
Yeah, I must have ruined it,
maybe, but it was still kind of cool to see, like, oh yeah, well, this is where Mark Rober shot his video. They also had their own haunted house attraction, kind of like what they do at Horror Nights, except you don't conga in there; they do it by party. I was a little disappointed to see that there were no scare actors in there. It's all props and animatronics, which, cool, don't get me wrong.
So you were also disappointed that there were no scares in there in general.
Oh, no, there were.
Oh,
they had some really great pops in there. They did. But it's good to have that human factor when it comes to these haunted house attractions.
Yeah.
And they also had a laser maze game, which Kurt and I did.
Oh, I fucking hate... Okay, I got a little story for you. I went to one of those things. That's the one with the box, right? Where you have to go to the other side.
Mm-mm. This is where you avoid tripping any lasers.
Yeah, I had to do that once when I went to IAAPA, which is a big theme park convention that's held in Florida. And I remember I went through it, and I had to jump to see this one laser, and nobody could figure it out. And then I jumped it, and as soon as I make the other side without tripping it, I hear an applause outside. It's so funny. And they're like, "What?"
So why do you hate it? Why do you hate it if it was such a good experience?
It was... I can't say it was a good experience. It was okay. But yeah, what was your experience like?
Well, I will tell you this. If you're going to play one of these games, remove any loose articles of clothing. I should have taken off my hat and sweater because
it flew
the
off
hat
and
falls
hit
off.
and tripped the frick.
Yeah. But but it's still a lot of fun because I actually had to like get down on my stomach and like scurry across the floor.
I wanted to see that shit. I want to see that shit on video. Cruiser trying.
Yeah, but so it's really your chance to play Mission Impossible. But Kurt beat me by like
Cruiser,
10 seconds.
When I picture this, I'm not hearing the Mission Impossible theme. I'm hearing the opening to Aqua TV show. Thank you very much. Straight up Flying Lotus, man. Straight up Flying Lotus. Let's go to the chat. See what people are saying about you.
We went to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, where I got to try that their new Batman coaster. And I gotta say, I was surprised with the amount of theming they did for this ride, because normally with Six Flags, they don't have the budget like Disney or Universal has.
Yeah, they
so I wasn't really expecting much. Yeah, like they'll just paint it a certain color, then slap the logo on there. That's it.
Yeah,
but
they put a lot of sponsor shit in there, man.
But with this one, they actually did deck out the queue with pieces of the Batcave. Like, oh, like this? Like, I wasn't expecting this from Six Flags. And it's one of those coasters where you stick out on the side and it turns.
Oh, I fucking hate
it. It was my first time. It was my first time riding a coaster like that, and so that was a very unique experience.
Yeah.
I also had a chance to re-ride the Superman ride, which is an ejector coaster.
Fuck that ride! Is that the one where you're lying like this?
No.
Oh, thank God! I went on that ride, and fuck it to hell.
And
fuck the ride?
Gross.
Yeah, man, I totally fucked Superman the ride, man. I would totally go that far.
But basically, this is what's called an ejector coaster. It's the same principle or concept as Icebreaker at SeaWorld, where basically you don't just feel like hang time at certain parts of the ride. there's moments where your butt leaves the seat completely.
Oh
And-
my God, Cruiser.
What?
Blue Psycho Ranger said could be worse. It could have been the Green Lantern coaster. I told Crew. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting your
Go
story.
ahead, Evan.
So
Go ahead.
just tell the story about the Green Lantern coaster. It was a ride at Six Flags that had a similar thing to the Batman ride that you had on, and it gave that kind of ride thing kind of like a downside because apparently the ride was good at first, but then they had some issues where the spinning was in control, but then it was all over the place, and the ride is infamous for. Let's just say after going on a lot of men, one of my favorite comments on videos of the rides is, "I went on this ride, now I can't have children." Like when he said he went on that ride, that Batman ride, the first thing I asked him is, how's your junk? I literally just didn't even skip up, like, random question, how's your junk feel?
And do you remember what my answer was? I can't remember if I gave you like a sarcastic answer.
Let me see what you said. Just keep talking. Let me see what I found. If I found it.
And this thing, there were kids behind us who were scared shitless with this thing. It's like, oh, what are we going to do? And my friend Kurt and I are like, look, you'll be fine. They would not let you get on this thing if it wasn't safe.
So,
and luckily they were kids. They didn't know anything about the Green Lantern ride. But go ahead, Evan.
Okay, so it's fuck this. I'm taking a screenshot of this message exchange. And so yeah, it was on April 15th. I'm taking a video and I'm taking a screenshot of this message and tweeting it, by the way. It said, so that Batman coaster, ... how's your junk feeling? And his response, ready to fuck, lol. There isn't a crotch strap. Okay, dude, I apologize. I do also, we do have two more topics you have to talk about before you unhooked on harmonics, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. So that coaster was a lot of fun, getting the chance to try a brand new experience. The Superman coaster was actually scarier than I remembered because, again, those moments where you're ejected from the seat. Now, you do have what's called a comfort collar on, and these are basically like straps that can't, like, not like a harness straps where like it's solid. These are straps that are really meant to kind of like spring you back down when you get a little too far from the seat. So that was really intense. And the sad thing, though, with California and how they're running things is just how many jobs have been cut because of the minimum wage raise. Because, Evan, you back me up on this one. Whenever you're about to get on a ride, there's always the person who's dividing the people, and then there's someone who's operating the ride, correct?
Kind of. I have not had any experience on operating a ride like that. My the rides.
But you've at least. But that's what they do at Disney, though, right?
Yeah, the rides I usually operate are on Omni Movers, so it's kind of continuous. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, in this one, the guy dividing the people is the same guy who's the ride operator.
Oh yeah, that's common. That's common. That's not so uncommon.
This is my first time seeing that.
I mean, in the Astro Orbiter, when I have to divide people and I have to operate the ride.
Okay, but this is a roller coaster, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
This was the first time I've ever seen that.
One of the questions is on the.
Have you never been to normal fairs? There's usually just the one operator.
Usually,
not in a long time.
Question: does the roller coaster exit on the same place it enters?
Yes.
Yeah, that's usually the case when it happens there.
Yeah.
It's probably because there's also one vehicle and or like two, and it's easy stuff.
Yeah, that's usually like for a lot of rides.
Well, according to Kurt, he said it was from the minimum wage price hike because he said like long before he ever met me, they used to actually have two people. But I've always seen it being two people, like at least at Universal and Disney. I haven't been to a fair in ages.
That's usually when it comes to rides. Usually, they have like a minimum and a maximum of people that can operate it. But yeah, it's not uncommon for one person to operate that stuff. I'm gonna cut your story a little short here after Hooked on Harmonics. I do want to get through these last two topics real quick.
Okay, let me see how quickly I can get through the last part. Great America.
If you want to continue this after Hooked on Harmonics, you can.
Well,
it's up to you.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so let's go on to this. So a new game was announced this week called Sonic Origins, and I saw this on Facebook, and it looks like here's what's going to happen. I said in the opening of this, not an original idea, but an interesting idea, but with some interesting concepts. First of all, we got a beautifully animated trailer showing Sonic just running around doing what he does best, Robotnik shit, Knuckles, Tails.
He's doing Robotnik?
Yeah, sure, why not? Would you even be surprised at this point? Anyway, I mean, come on, the guy, they are the best of frenemies, so, yeah. Anyway, so what's going on is the Sonic games are getting re-released, and this includes Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Nipples, and Sonic CD. And, they're HD re-releases, and what I thought was cool about this is you can now play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles in all of the games. You can play as...
I think it's a little... Oh, go ahead.
Like, you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 1. Heck, you can play as Knuckles and Tails in Sonic 1, which is pretty cool.
You think it's a little embarrassing that it took them this long to figure, like, hey, we should do that?
I don't know. I don't know. Re-releasing the Sonic games are just whatever to me at this point. I mean,
I tried out
I did
Sonic
see
Generations
Sonic 2.
a while back.
Sonic Generations, I heard was good, but I got the misfortune of playing the DS version, which was boring because it didn't.
I have the PC version.
Yeah, you got the version with City Escape, the one where the truck now has buzzsaws and can rocket alongside a fucking building.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's coming. The game is. There's also new modes such as Classic Mode, which has the original game build, basically the old graphics and the original game in it. And there's also the Anniversary Mode, which is the HD version of the game. They have animated content for the game, bonus hard missions, additional music tracks, letterbox backgrounds, character animations, island cameras, and it's going to be available on June 23rd, which will be Sonic's 31st birthday on all platforms.
Oh damn! I see a screenshot here.
Yeah.
This is also going to introduce kids to
What?
the anxiety of of needing to get air.
Oh,
yeah. In Sonic, in any of the any of the Sonic stages that require water.
That if you set that as your alarm clock on your phone, you will always get up.
And
I believe it.
And speaking of Sonic, I saw the second movie.
What'd you think of it?
Oh,
It was actually really good.
I'd say go ahead and do a spoiler thing of it.
Okay, hold on.
So,
I'll do a quick spoiler segment for you just because
Yeah,
I
I'm not
love
gonna
you.
Hush, hush, hush. Here comes the boogeyman.
Okay, chop 2 minutes.
Okay, so essentially, in it's your usual Eggman versus Sonic. The things that do happen in there, we do get introduction to the Master Emerald. We get introduction to Super Sonic, like it would be in the game. Post credit scene, we do get Shadow the Hedgehog.
So wait, are they incorporating the Sonic Adventure 2 story now?
They might be. From what I've heard, that it could be a mix of the two. It could be a mix of Sonic Adventure 2 plus something else. Also, my only real gripe was with some of the music choices, and my friend Donnell pointed this out to me, and I highly agree. Final Fight should have been either the main theme of Sonic Heroes or Fist Bump from Sonic Forces.
I legit was singing that in my head when of Sonic Heroes when they were going against him, and all three right there going what goes up must go down,
and
don't touch the ground.
So essentially, yeah, this movie did have a lot of butt rock in it, basically.
No, some of the stuff did work.
I will say it did.
Dude, I've never not once in that sentence did I imply butt rock didn't work.
What?
There was no real what you call butt rock. It was just a lot more pop songs. The dance-off had Uptown Funk, which actually worked.
yeah, it actually did. It surprisingly did.
It really
did.
Yeah. It was a fucking
I was really going
that's
weird.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Especially for the area as well, too. I was going
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect these group of people to relate to Uptown Funk.
Okay, guys, I got to move on to the last topic, Hooked on Harmonics, so let's just move on to this last one. So, California Adventure once had a land called a Bug's Land. This, I think I showed you this video. This was really cute. I thought it was great. A year ago, a new Marvel land opened in its place. So I ask you guys, what do you think ever happened to that land? Why, it's obvious. Ant-Man shrank it and made it a theme park for his ants. I'm not even kidding. That's what happened to it. Because this week, apparently during a meet and greet in the Marvel Pavilion for Ant-Man and the Wasp, you could actually Ant-Man was holding a little capsule, and in it was a little model of Bug's Land.
A diorama.
Yeah, it's like a little moving diorama of a Bug's Land. And I'm got a picture of it right here. It's also in the Ants chat. Where is it right here? Yeah. So yeah, here's a picture I got up here of Wasp holding it. And yeah, everything was moving, and they're like, yeah, my little ants are hanging out in there. And he was showing, so yeah, he had the little Bug's Life thing in the palm of my hand. I gotta say, that's actually really cute to preserve history there. I think that's cute.
Yeah, it is.
I like to think, so yeah, so I like to now think that every single time Disney tears down a ride or an attraction, they give it to Ant-Man's ants, just to have some fun. But yeah, like everything was moving, and yeah, compared to the other thing, I'm just gonna put a little side-by-side comparison there for you guys to see on the stream. I apologize if I think I have it in the ants chat there, but yeah, you can actually see a side-by-side there. Like there's the it's a little hard for me to make out. Hold on, let me just wait, hold on. Okay, let me see if I can bring it up here real quick. I'm trying to bring up both. So yeah, there it is, and there's I lost the other one. So yeah, I thought that was cute. I like how they kind of bring that out there. He's like showing it off. It's really funny. Hey, it's a Bug's Life park for his bugs. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
How would you feel on another Bugs Life movie? I would kind of like that.
I wouldn't be able to know. I mean, they have Tough to Be a Bug, which is a nightmare of an attraction.
Well, I don't care about the attraction. I just
want to point out right
movie.
now that attraction is a fucking lie in their advertising, because it labeled itself as a 3D attraction, but like no, it's not. It's a 4D attraction, and it's scary. It's scary. It's scary,
Especially when the ride actually breaks down.
Oh my god, I hate this part because Cruiser. I don't know if you've ever been on Tough to Be a Bug. It's a ride
Of course.
Yeah, it's a ride I'll never go on again. It's just so crazy.
Oh, I want
Technically
this
it's not a ride,
so bad.
Yeah, I don't like the spiders coming from the ceiling, and I don't like the friggin' bees stinging you from behind. Dude, that's a dick move in a ride. Like, dude, no, it's not a 3D attraction. It's a 4D attraction. You have aroma, interactions, and everything.
Well, the other park we went to, they had their own 4D attraction of the game Mass Effect.
Dude, do you get to fuck blue aliens and shit?
No.
Dude,
You
if you don't
don't.
okay, if you don't know what I'm referencing,
I know what you're referencing.
the Epic Meal Guy
No,
thing?
you don't.
The Epic Meal Guy guys?
Epic Meal Guy.
Okay,
You mean
so
Epic
during
Meal Time?
during the release of Mass Effect 3, there was a lineup of people out there, and motherfucking Harley from Epic Meal Time was in the line, and these guys like interviewing people about what they're looking forward to in Mass Effect. He's like, "What are you looking forward to?" And he goes up to to a random guy, and it happens to be Harley from Epic Meal Time. He's like, "Dude, I just want to fuck blue aliens and shit." And then he pulls away. He's like, "Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Talk to somebody else." Anyway, we're gonna take a break here and move on to Hooked on Harmonics. We'll be right back.
What's going on, nation? I'm finally back, and today for Hooked on Harmonics, we're going to be looking at a band from Ireland, Ilinkus. Now, the song that I heard from these guys is called Over the Flames and Under the Smoke, which sounds a lot like a Dragon Force title, but these guys are nothing like Dragon Force. Matter of fact, they sound like something that you don't think would come from Ireland. This is very brutal metal. This is very primal. Not as heavy as, like, say, your Cannibal Corpses, but just the stuff that really just, you just want to pound your chest and scream. That kind of primal. And this song one of the things I really like about it is the bass. It's not the clicky kind of bass that you tend to hear, or even the kind of like Geddy Lee does from Rush, where you hear it but you don't feel it. This is something that you can feel 100%. But the vocals are pretty low in the mix. I don't get why, but the interesting thing about the song is the video. It's just the singer. It's a one-take video, and the singer is basically walking through town, and he's singing the song, or screaming the song, I guess you could say, because there's no singing. It's just all screaming. And everyone in the video is like looking at him like, huh? What's he doing here? Thinking maybe they're just trying to photobomb the camera. But it isn't until 3/4 through the video you find out why they're photobombing him. At one point in the video, it switches audio tracks from the music to the camera's onboard mic to reveal he's been screaming out loud this entire time. And everybody's wondering what this guy is screaming about. And it's a very simple but effective video. And it is definitely worth your time if you like that kind of metal. This is the Concert Cruiser for Hooked on Harmonics.
So my dad wanted me to share some news. He sent me a text message saying, FYI, for tonight's show, there is a new Simpsons short that's 4 minutes long featuring Billie Eilish on Disney+.
I have to see that.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, it's when Lisa met Billy, I think.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like the last Simpsons short they did with Disney Plus's 3-year anniversary, where it just shows that Disney's not afraid to like pull punches on itself. Hell, that was something everybody says, like, Disney's all sensitive about themselves. I'm like, no, they used it. Dude, one of their advertisements for Disney Plus was literally a segment of every time The Simpsons made fun of them. So shut the fuck. All right, Cruiser. So Cruiser, tell us about how you went to about that story about you going to prison in California.
God damn it, Evan! I want to keep that a secret. No one was supposed to know about that.
Everybody knows about that, man. You forgot you're on my show, and I will reveal every single secret that you know. Like how you take a bath with the rubber ducky.
Keep in mind, Evan, I know what STDs you have.
I take a shower with a rubber ducky.
Yeah, I wonder how.
How do you take it? Okay, I need to ask Kuma. How do you take a shower with a rubber ducky?
It's just right there. Just stays right there.
Dude, what is... I don't know. I want to know the history of the rubber ducky, man.
His name is... his name is Duckin.
Sure, Duckin, man.
Duggan.
We all had the rubber...
Ducklin. It's duck and dragon mixed together.
Nice, man. Dude,
here, I'll show you.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. Each of us had a rubber ducky. Each of us had a rubber ducky. What was their name? Jablonski. What was the name of your rubber duck?
Quackers.
Cruiser. What was the name of your rubber... Oh, look at him. It's Duckin. Dude, each of us should go to like a Five Below and adopt a rubber duck.
I'm not just showing it like this to flick y'all off. I'm just like...
Wait, what, Cruiser? What was yours name?
Frank.
Frank the Duck, man.
Yes.
Dude, I want to get a rubber duck.
He was 14 years old.
I want to get a rubber duck and call him Captain Smash. Cause he floats in the tub with you naked in it, and he likes to smash.
You're junk.
Yeah, baby. Woo! Oh shit, my phone fell. Anyway, Cruiser.
So anyway,
but no, Cruiser. Seriously, prison. How was it?
Okay, Alcatraz. Let me just say that I was surprised all that saltwater erosion caused this much damage, because I never really pictured it like that. Because when you hear about a sunken ship and you see it kind of eroding away, yeah, it's engulfed in water. Of course it's going to happen. This is above land, but it's still being eroded away. Like Kurt and I walked up to this house where you can look inside the bars and see what's left of it, and the whole floor is concaved. This was a 2-level building, and the second floor is gone.
Oh yeah, that's I used to live near saltwater, so it's I mean, like, look at the Statue of Liberty. It went from green to brown. What the fuck are you talking about?
I think you have that backwards.
No, I don't.
And when you first get to the island, you will take a ferry out there, obviously. And when you first get there, you have to take this big, long trek uphill, and you are just exhausted with this hike up.
Blue Cycle Ranger, shut the fuck up. I was right. Tell me I'm wrong.
But when you finally get there and you can take the audio tour, you can do it one of two ways. One, you can scan this QR code with your phone and listen to the audio through your headphones.
I've heard of that. It's really cool.
Or you can use this weird cell phone looking device where you listen as you move along with the tour. It actually tells you when to start and stop.
Oh yeah, that's I've been to museums that did that.
Mm.
I was gonna say that's what's coming.
And they actually do have people who were guards there actually serve as your host or narrator. And they did have people who said they were inmates, but I don't know if they actually were. They could have been actors. But some of the cells, especially the holding cell, they actually allowed visitors to go into. And let me just say, this thing is tiny.
Oh yeah, I've heard the stories.
Yeah, and there was even a story that was posted outside from one of the former inmates who said that to maintain his sanity, he would actually rip off a button from his overalls, close his eyes, and then just fling it in the holding cell, and keep his eyes closed and try to find it, being on his hands and knees until he was exhausted, just to maintain his sanity. You got to see the rec yard, where they actually had a baseball diamond out there. There were people who actually did play sports. And I think they even said that some professional sports teams did come out to the island to play with some of the inmates. That was interesting. And you got to see where they had the visitation. Like, the idea with the phone and the glass, yeah, it's just as isolating as you think.
Yes, Blue Psycho Ranger, to answer this question, yeah, Al Capone was sent to Alcatraz at one point.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, the only thing we can get him on was tax evasion.
Poor Snort.
That was it.
Yep, Elliot. Yep.
The guy was actually kind of dumb, no lie, though.
No, he was actually pretty smart, in my opinion.
No. He was legit dumb. Like, records and medical studies show that due to him not really getting any medical treatment because of...
Well...
I could be wrong, because it was because he had, I think, a STD or whichever one it was, and I think it was gonorrhea, and it had actually started to affect his brain.
That part's true. They did mention that on the tour that he was physically healthy though. When he was younger, he used to work out all the time. Yeah. But the older he got, his mentality really started to slip. And another thing about Al too is he actually loved sharp dress clothes.
Yeah,
he was a sharp dresser, man. He actually did have some good dress, man.
I will give it to him that he was more wise, to where he established all his connections. Dude, and all like that.
This guy used to dress up as Santa Claus and for the orphans.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a cool guy. Yeah, besides his murderous intents.
Let me test your knowledge here. What was Al Capone's name, nickname?
Scarface.
Yes, true. But the fact is, he hated that name. What name did he prefer?
No, he didn't. He wanted people to call him that. No,
he didn't want people calling him that. But what did he? Was he also know? But what name did he prefer over Scarface?
Actually, I don't know.
Harold or something like that.
Apparently, when Al Capone was photographed, he hid the scarred left of his face, saying that the injuries were war wounds. He preferred the name Snorky.
Snorky. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
his
it was.
real-
Snorky?
He likes the
Yeah,
name Snorky.
yeah. It
He
was
prefer-
in. It was
he hate-
in.
he hate-
I remember hearing on it on drunk history.
Yeah, he hated
Yeah.
the name Scarface, and he preferred the name Snorky.
Yeah, Snorky. That's what it was.
Why?
Why not fucking
Again?
Snorky, man?
Again, the guy's brain was being eaten up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, you can actually explore more of the island once the audio tour is done. We saw rubble from more of the erosion that was happening, and there's actually only 2 restrooms in the entire island. So
Oh, that sucks, man. It's like me when I used to go
Yeah.
to summer camp where I had to hike all the way to the latrine, man. It was fucking horrible.
hmm you got let's see, and they also had the cells from the 3 inmates that broke out of
Escaped.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that escaped, and they even had the hallway where they actually would escape into to set up that makeshift raft out of the raincoats.
Yep.
And yeah, like they actually just gathered like a bunch of spoons together, broke off the bowl, and tried to pick at the crate or the grate to escape. And because now you're in prison, you're not exactly eating junk food in there. They lost enough weight to the point where they could actually pull this thing out and escape out that hole.
Yeah.
And they actually still had the dummy heads lying there in the bed for tourists to see.
Cool, man.
Yeah, when you go into the kitchen or the dining hall where the tour ends, they actually still had some of the utensils and the utilities there that you could see, like the place where they actually hung up the knives. They actually they painted on a silhouette of the knife behind it, so if there wasn't a knife there, if they saw the silhouette, they knew a knife was missing. They actually had tear gas canisters all along the roof just in case something were to happen. I don't think they ever used them though. And the island, like the prison, it was only open for 29 years. It was costing so much money to maintain this thing that by year 29 they said it's a lost cause, and they actually brought all the prisoners from the island back to the mainland.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, it's definitely an attraction that's worth doing,
Dude,
because it's. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, go on, continue. I'll tell you right after.
And just seeing all that history there, and seeing some of the remaining, like uniforms and the uniforms, the stuff they cooked and ate with, some of the leftover sports gear, and again the fact that 3 people were able to escape.
Allegedly.
Well, they did escape. It's just a matter of whether or not they made it to shore.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the idea that they kind of did escape, but like I want to. Part of me
didn't
feels
make
like
it.
only one of them made it. Like that's how I kind of feel. Like the moment they made it to land and like found it safe, 2 of them were probably killed by one of them.
Like I remember when I was a kid, I actually I'm sorry, back in high school they actually made us do a tour of a prison one time. And the thing is, the cops like to tell the prisoners to try and scare us. So they have them like pounding on and everything. Yeah, so they like to get on it. But the thing was, there's the older prison that was next to it, the Holmesburg, which was the place where I think it was the Holmesburg, where Law Abiding Citizen was filmed. And we actually got to tour the prison cell area, and you can and I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Law Abiding Citizen. It
sounds familiar, but I don't think
so. There's a
so.
scene in the movie where one prisoner stabs the other one with a T-bone from a steak, and the dried blood from that scene is actually still on the walls there. But the one thing I remember from that prison mostly was this hallway where it was dark. You looked down the hallway, it was black, and then all you could see was like light from windows, like shining like sections at a time. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of those, it was like something out of a movie. I'm like, I'm afraid something is going to come out and kill me. But yeah, it was actually an interesting experience. It really did its trick of scaring the shit out of everybody. But yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, side note while I'm on that thing, I saw the Batman yesterday.
Any good?
Okay, so here's my deal. Okay, I didn't even say anything. Let me talk about the Batman first of all. Not so long ago, I apologize if I'm interrupting your story, Cruiser. First of all, if you have any more to tell, I can stop.
Well, I still have to tell him about the Winchesterton
Yeah,
Mystery
why don't you
House.
tell the rest of the story and then tell me when you're done? I'll tell you about the Batman.
Okay, and we also did the Winchester Mystery House. This is a house that has, and I'm not kidding here,
$1 million.
160 rooms with 10,000 windows. To put that in perspective, the Empire State Building has 6,000 windows. So why is it so big? The legend goes is that
How many doors does
the
that
heirs.
have?
How many doors? I
Yeah,
actually don't know.
I'll look it up.
Because
Yeah, because I was gonna say
What's it called? The Winchester House.
Yeah.
The Winchester Mystery House.
Chester.
Yeah,
Mystery
because
House.
I've read about this one as well
Door
too.
count.
Like the doors are also supposed to be meaning to the
The doors.
to like why it was built.
It has
Yeah.
It has 160 rooms, 40 bedrooms, 40 staircases, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, 10,000 window panes, 2,000 doors, 52 skylights, 47 fireplaces, 3 elevators, 2 basements, and just 1 shower.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Evan, it has
Wait, one
hey,
shower,
guys, it
wow.
has to be said. Life has many doors, and boys.
And here's the thing too, like this is the legend of why she made this house. This woman was the widow to the man who invented the Winchester rifle, the gun that won the West. And this woman claimed that she was being haunted by the people who were killed by her late husband's gun. So she went and saw a medium who told her
not by his gun, but by the guns that his family made.
that's what I mean by his guns. The Winchester rifle gun.
This feels
No,
like
yeah, but you said his gun.
Are
You just
sure
said his
you
gun.
weren't riding the haunted mansion?
Yes, I'm sure.
999 Ghost Man. Is there room for 1,000?
And thanks, Kuma. So she went and saw a medium who told her to move out west and to start building a house, but do not finish it. Because the idea was that the noise of the construction was going to agitate the ghosts and keep them at bay. So she just kept adding more and more and more and more until she died. There's actually doors in there that lead to nothing. Like you open the door, there's the wall. Nothing there. There's another door on the second floor. You open it up, down beneath you is the floor, is the ground.
Oh yeah.
There's not even a balcony.
Yeah.
Like straight out of a Looney Tunes gag. Because the idea was to put those doors in there to confuse the spirits.
Dude, that would be a cool place to play hide and seek, man.
Dude, that'd be a cool place to do a haunted house attraction. That and Alcatraz. That would have been so cool to see.
Well, according to Silicon Valley, it's also the best place to have a party.
And the other thing too is that this
prison
woman
up
had rheumatoid arthritis, so the stairs or the steps that she had were specially made. Like if you ever taken a staircase, like the steps are like what, 2 inches high, maybe a little bit less. This one, they're like about that big, and rather than going completely up, these actually go like in a zigzag pattern up, like back and forth, steadily making.
Oh, it's like this,
up.
like kind of like this deal.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen staircases like that. Yes.
Yeah, because of her arthritis, she could barely, she couldn't move all that well.
Yeah,
they had to had specially made steps for her.
Yeah.
She had a greenhouse room, and this I actually thought was kind of ingenious because when you walk in there, you notice that it's on an angle. It's built on an angle.
Draken, thanks for joining us. Sorry, he's saying goodbye.
Oh, okay, cool. And it's on an angle, and the floor where the plants are is zinc. Well, and turns out there's actually a reason for this.
Come back,
zinc doesn't rust or corrode. So, and it's at an angle so that when she waters the plants, the water that drips out will go straight to the corner into this drain that's in the corner of the room.
Dude,
that's actually kind of a cool idea.
Dude, this house sounds like it was inspired by Pee-wee's Breakfast Machine. What the heck?
Oh my god, yeah.
And like they take you on this tour, and man, it keeps going and going and going and going. Until they take you into this room that you see some damage on all over the walls. And this damage was left over from the 1906 earthquake. This is actually where she actually had a bell tower on there at one point, and when the earthquake happened, it actually destroyed the bell tower. It sent it crumbling. She actually thought it was the spirits who are getting pissed at her.
I would be.
So more construction, more construction.
Is it still being constructed today?
No. I think it's owned by the. It might be owned by the Parks Department of Santa Clara, California. She does have a niece that's still alive, but as far as I know, she has no say in the business affairs of the house. And all the furniture you see in there is of the time period, but it's not original. The only stuff that is original is stuff that's built into the walls. You know, like stoves, maybe some sinks and baths. Those are original, but the rest are not. And yes, they did see the Winchester movie, and they said it's subpar. The Winchester horror movie, which my friend Kurt didn't even know they made.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that either. Honestly, like, it's kind of hard. I mean, I do believe in ghosts, so yeah. Funny enough, sorry if this is a weird subject change. Did I ever tell you about the snowman in my old house?
Nope.
Okay, so, hold on. I'm gonna use this little statue I have of the Statue of Liberty as an example. So here's my TV. We had this cabinet that had a TV, right? Mm-hmm. And there used to be this snowman like decoration that would be on the corner. Every day, once in a while, the snowman would be facing people, the couch. Like, here's the couch, here's the TV, and it's on top. So every day, we have no idea how this happened, right? Every day, when we come downstairs, the snowman would be facing the other direction. Like, it would move there, and we kept moving it back. Like, sometimes throughout the day, it would face the other direction. We're like, okay, and we're wondering what's going on there. And then there was above the piano is a giant portrait of my Nana, right? And one day after we move it, the portrait falls, and we're like, okay, fine, we'll turn the snowman back around. My God. Oh, my Nana, may she rest in peace. I'm sorry for upsetting you. Anyway,
so the tour is definitely worth doing, and like I said, it's a shame that they don't do haunted house attractions in there, because it is just the perfect setup. God, I'm still just in shock with just how huge that house is.
Spooky.
It is. So it's like I said, there's lots to do in that side of California, but God, in my opinion, it's not worth living there. Worth to visit, not to live.
Definitely, I mean, like, living there. I'm afraid of earthquakes, man. So yeah.
I actually believe it or not, I actually did experience an earthquake when living in New York, of all places.
Yeah, I actually experienced a California earthquake myself.
Oh, really? How'd you handle it?
I was like, I don't know, I was like 12 and I didn't know what was going on. So, like, we were in a gift shop at Disney World, right? It was in 2008. It was during the time I was at Comic-Con. And we're in a gift shop at Disney World, and everything starts shaking. And we're like, "Oh my God!" And the guy in the short shouts out "earthquake." I can imagine he did that just to inform guests who weren't aware of what's going on. So he ducks down. I'm holding on to my father. I'm wondering what's going on. And it wasn't a major earthquake. It was like just a minimal one. But we didn't know that. We were tourists. What the fuck were we thinking? But like, so yeah, I'm like freaking out. And as soon as it happens, the phone lines are tied up. It was nuts.
Yeah, the one I experienced when I was in New York, it was a very small one, very tiny. But even then, it was kind of weird because we used to live on top of a mountain when I lived in Westfield, New York, and so there's no construction going on, and we feel like this tiny little shake, and I look over my recliner and it's rocking back and forth. I'm like, no way, was that an earthquake?
Like we had one in Delaware that me and my sister didn't feel because we were on a golf cart. Weird, right?
Really? You didn't feel on a golf cart? Yeah.
Yeah, we were moving. We didn't feel anything because we were elevated from the ground.
Actually, when I used to live up in New York when I was a little kid, I actually experienced a tornado in New York.
Oh my God!
Really?
How was that?
Okay, so it wasn't a big one. It wasn't a big one like most would.
It was probably like an
think.
F1 deal or like an F2.
Yeah, I'd say around an F1 or just barely.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But there was one, and I wasn't like close to it, but you could like see it.
Oh yeah, tornadoes are
It
scary.
was like
when you see a tornado, it is scary.
it is,
I've
and
never-
though it was we had more of a windstorm where I was at specifically, and one of my neighbors from across the street, he had this huge oak tree.
Oh, the worst.
Toppled it right over.
Dude, as if oak trees weren't the worst trees you could ever own. That's just crazy.
Okay, but is there one, we'll say, storm you guys actually do like experiencing?
I actually do like thunderstorms.
Hurricanes.
I have a soft spot for nor'easters.
What's that?
Okay, you know how air moves, right? Like it goes from the south. It comes from the southwest, right?
Yeah.
A nor'easter is a storm that comes from the northeast. And I think I don't know the science behind it, but I think because it goes against the pressure of normal airflow, it creates like chaos, essentially. And they're only found in like the northern areas. Back in Philadelphia, we used to get them all the time. It's crazy.
See,
so you're talking about snowstorms?
No, they're not snowstorms. They could be like thunderstorms. They could be windstorms. Picture them. The best way to describe them is like mini hurricanes.
Okay. I probably dealt with a few. It's just I've known them more for snowstorms.
Yeah, I haven't had any experience with like heavy duty snowstorms.
Oh, I have multiple.
I know
occasions.
it's kind of dark humorish, but I do kind of find hailstorms funny.
You know, you're not wrong.
Day after tomorrow, man.
Yeah, just because depending on the size of them, like yes, they're okay for you to be like, bet you $20 you can't go touch a tree out there and get back.
Hail the size of me.
See, the type of storm that I like experiencing is a Sharknado. Because, you know, you're sitting there in your house, you're seeing those fish flying through the air, and they're eating up all the people you don't like. Like, the world's a lot better now.
They couldn't eat Tara Reid, though. Anyway, Emma. I don't care. I don't care if that wasn't a real throwaway joke in that stupid video I made. Tara Reid.
What Tara Reid do to you?
Okay, Tara Reid. I went to Spooky Empire with Cruizer and got to meet Tara Reid. She is the scariest looking human being I have ever seen in my life.
Okay.
So she is a model. And if you've ever seen what a model's body looks like underneath the clothing, like I swear to God, her arms had to be skeletal. It was so scary. Like, oh my God. And that's where that one joke from that stupid video I made for Somewhere Right Now, Tara Reid is scaring a child. Anyway, but like,
yeah, but I don't know if anything is going to top your "he's British" joke because I actually had some staying power with it.
I know, because of Crimson Glow. Okay, so I should probably tell you about the Batman right now.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Jablonski, you saw it, didn't you?
No, I didn't get around to it in time.
All right, so none of you guys have seen it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
But you can spoil it.
I had to watch. I'm not going to spoil anything because it's kind of complicated to explain. First of all, I had to watch it last night just for ants, but it was a little bit. It was kind of bad because I had to get up mega early the next morning at like 3 a.m. and the movie didn't end till like 10. I started the movie at 7, and here's the deal. Like, I liked the movie. I thought it was great. Robert Pattinson was a good Batman. I liked how it had more of Batman's detective work in there. I thought it was great. It wasn't just like go in there, fight the bad guy. He's all over the place. You had to find out who the bad guy was. It actually had a good secret. Except I already knew who the Riddler's real identity name was. So when I heard the guy's first name, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. I won't tell you who it is, but you know.
Edward Nigma.
Thank you, Kuma. Anyway.
It's in the damn. It's in the comics. It's in every other movie. I don't know who you're.
Well, actually, Kuma. To be fair, in the movie they do give him a new name.
I know, but
anyway, but like, yeah, the mystery was pretty good. I thought it was well.
I know. I just love how you just. I love how you just like his name and it's just like
my dad.
Everyone knows it.
I think when I was watching with my dad, my dad who was probably pasted when he friggin' was watching it. He was drunk, man. He was fucking drunk, and my stepmom didn't even give a shit. But like, she didn't like the movie because of it. But like, yeah, the mystery was good. That car chase with the penguin. Oh my god, the sex was beautiful. Anyway, but like, yeah, the movie was great. I loved it.
It's very weird transitioning to that upon the previous things that you just said.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
it was.
you have to see the car chase just to get what I mean. Like you're gonna when you saw
Yeah,
it, when you saw it, you
I
feel
don't,
like
I
you
don't,
need a
I
nap.
don't care to get what you mean. It's just again, it's just the stuff that you just said previous to
Anyway,
that.
the fight that scene was probably my favorite in the movie. Like Robert Pattinson again, good Batman. The car scene was good. The mystery was great. I loved how it went to his detective work. I liked all of that. What I didn't like is, my God, this movie's ending. It wasn't just. The movie is 3 hours long, which is fine. I've seen a bunch of 3-hour movies. Like Endgame was one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's 3 hours long. But here's the thing. In this movie, it went Return of the King on me. I just wanted it to shut up.
So basically, you were like my dad.
Yeah, this was no, Cruiser, you're not actually wrong on that. Even my dad, like when Batman's giving this final monologue, like I'm all like, come on, man. Like they had a perfect place to end it, but no, there has to be an unnecessary. The climax at the end is pointless. I don't care what social message you're getting in there. I get it. You want to put a social message in there. The climax is just pointless. Like they had a perfect place to end it. They had to just cut one scene, and it would have been perfect. Like Riddler, I like how they give him like the Saw villain kind of deal. Except unlike him trying to cover his tracks, he's actually insane. Like, and let's just face it, like if you've seen the trailers, the Riddler is kind of like a modern day like conspiracy theorist, like QAnon whatever deal.
Sort of like the wasn't it supposed to be like reference to the Zodiac killer as well too?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I liked the new Riddler's design with the mask and everything. That's pretty cool. I thought that was awesome. Not to mention he has different devices and tricks that he makes to make people like solve riddles. It's pretty cool. Like,
To me, it looked like just from the trailers, it made me think of like the Riddler from the video games almost.
Yep. Also, there's a website that's shown in the movie that the Riddler trying to kind of tricks Batman to go in, and I won't tell you what it is. But if the website actually exists, and if you go on it, it says this domain has been seized by the Gotham City Police Department.
That's what you were showing us.
Yeah, I thought that was clever. I thought that was a cute, clever Easter egg. Heck, the Riddler actually even has his own YouTube page. Actually, it's the same shot over and over, but it's just him giving a different riddle every time, and I thought that was pretty cool. I like how like outside world stuff kind of interacts with the movie. I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, speaking of Batman. At Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, there actually is a Joker roller coaster.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
And yeah, it's made of wood, but the tracks, the metal tracks, are actually purple and green. And the thing is that they are missing such a good theming opportunity here, because if they just had like speakers on the carts of the Joker taunting you, that would have been perfect. I could just easily picture that. There's even a moment where the coaster goes upside down and stays upside down for like 4 or 5 seconds. And again, I could just easily picture the Joker laugh being played on this thing, him saying like his usual lines to you. That would have just made this thing perfect.
That brings me on to a story, Cruiser. Hold on, I gotta see if it exists still. Hold on. Okay, so let me see if it still exists. Does it still exist? Yep. Okay. So I remember a long time ago in Six Flags Great Adventure, there was a Dark Knight themed roller coaster there. Believe it or not, I was at a school field trip there when it was opening, and I actually got to talk to one of the girls from G4 there. She went over, said hi to us. It was cute. But then years later, I finally got to go onto it. This is when I kind of broke my fear of roller coasters. And the queue scene is good. It was good. Then we get on the coaster. You know what it is? It's a Crazy Mouse coaster that's indoors. Cruiser, as a ride expert, as you getting into ride expertise, I want. Do you even realize how wrong a combination that is? You're indoors. It's the Dark Knight roller coaster, and yes, it has the audio you want. It has the audio you want. It's the Heath Ledger Joker. You hear him laughing at you the entire time, taunting you. But my God, you're indoors.
Like, I love indoor roller coasters, but why that
The
kind?
point of a Crazy Mouse coaster is to make you look like you're about to topple over the side, but you're indoors. Like, look, I'm looking at it right now. 3 out of 4 stars? No. I'm sorry, 3.4 stars out of 5? No. No, it's bad. It's a bad coaster. But yeah, it has that cruiser, that has the audio you want. It has the audio you want. It's so close. But yeah, maybe you might like it. It's been years since I haven't seen it, but yeah, it's really interesting stuff. It has a good pre-show, which is pretty cool. Like you're watching a news stream about the Joker there, and then the lights go off, and then when they come back on, you see the word "ha ha ha" written all over the walls and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I might have actually guessed a guest at Comic-Con, at my local Comic-Con coming up in August. So they were going like, oh, who do you want to see at Comic-Con this year? And I'm trying to get the last 2 autographs that I need for the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Pink and Blue.
What do you need? Pink
and
Blue?
Amy Jo Johnson and
David Yost?
David Yost. Those are the only 2 I'm missing. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post a picture of, I'm gonna post like a GIF of Kimberly from Power Rangers. And every time I do that, I try to reply and have David Yost on there too. But every time I try to do the David Yost one in the reply, the comment's gone.
Ooh!
So I'm like, fuck!
It's funny enough because I keep going to this GameStop that has the pink Power Ranger helmet.
My local GameStop has a whole shit ton of Lord Zed helmets. Only reason why I don't get the helmets is because I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of helmets.
Dude, I'll buy one. Dude, get one for me, man.
But what I'm getting, and I have this on pre-order because it comes out in August, right around for my birthday. I have so Hasbro. What they've been doing recently is they have been doing revamps of the Zords from previous Ranger series, and they started with the Mighty Morphin Megazord. I have that pre-ordered, and just recently, as of I think last Tuesday, they announced the Dragon Zord.
Oh,
Really?
And essentially, what this project is called the Zord Ascension Project. Like, it's a redo of previous ones to collector status, to collector level quality stat of these figures. Now, with the Megazord, it does break apart into the other Zords. It even comes with little tiny figures for each one. And I pre-ordered it for that one. The Dragon Zord hasn't popped up yet, though probably once Comic-Con stuff dies down and whatever money I have left over, yeah, I'm getting the Dragon Zord.
Yeah, man. Funny enough, there's actually some...
And I have a funny feeling they're going to release the other Mighty Morphin Zords too.
You know what's funny?
When's this con?
First weekend of August.
You know what's funny because
Tempting.
Before we actually came onto air, I was telling Jablonski I'm tempted to do something. The shield from the Falcon and Winter Soldier is being sold at Disney Springs. I'm really tempted tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be getting my drone fixed, but I'm considering of making a pit stop just to go and buy it. Because I get a cast discount from $120.
And who are you going to have sign it?
Nobody. I want the shield, man.
Oh.
Okay, I do want to... I suppose, since I'm on that subject, I probably should if you've been a theme park fan, break the ice with the elephant in the room. I'm not gonna go into details of what I saw, but I'm just gonna say it up front here. Considering how well the reviews are right now from casts and critics right now that have wrote it, I did get to ride Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And, oh my god. The ride is, I actually ran into one of my buddies there. Again, I'm not going to go into details about what it is, about the ride, but I did enjoy it, kind of, the second time. Well, kind of. The reason why is because I can't tell you, it was kind of because of a fluke, but, if what theme park fans are saying is true, it's probably going to almost up on par with Velocicoaster. This is actually being considered...
In terms of speed?
I don't know. I haven't rode... Bear in mind, I haven't rode Velocicoaster, so I can't really speak for it. But people are saying that this is Disney's best ride so far, in terms of... Or if not, its best coaster. Because like I keep saying, with Disney roller coasters, I like how they have to have... How each coaster has, like, one innovation that, like, separates it from the other one. In this case, I'm pretty sure this is not a spoiler. It's the rotating vehicle. And yes, the best way I could describe the ride is imagine if Primeval Whirl, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Tron were fused together. With screens, and a soundtrack that changes every time you ride it, and a rotating vehicle that rotates at a preset thing. It's not like Primeval Whirl where it just turns and like rotates at one point. It's not free rotating, but the vehicle does rotate. There's also a lot of good homages to some of the other rides in there. It's really cool. My problem was we kind of had to go to the loading platform, so I don't really know what the story is, but yeah.
I don't think it's going to be, at least in terms of speed, because I remember, like, this was long before it's at the state where it is now.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing with this cruiser. Speed is not their goal. It's the presentation.
Okay, hold on. Okay, because fucking bugs. I said your dad was bragging about it to me like long before it's at its current state, and I asked him, "Is this an adrenaline pumper?" And he goes, "Well, it is for me." Like, then, like, I'm not saying that a ride like that can't be good, but I want the adrenaline rush.
You want danger, is what you're saying, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a very... Let me put it like this way. Motion sickness, if you have it, I don't recommend the ride. But yeah, this is actually a pretty interesting stuff. I will say one thing. Actually, I shouldn't just on air just for the sake of this because it hasn't been released. But yeah, if you want to...
That's fine.
I'm not...
That's
like
fine.
I said, I haven't rode Velocicoaster, but... So I can't speak for anything, but people are saying it's almost on par with Velocicoaster, if not better.
Well,
But
that's what I'm trying to figure out in terms of what. Are we talking
not-
speed or presentation or...
It's not of speed, I'll say that, but the stuff they
Okay.
go in there with a rotating vehicle that hasn't been done yet is just incredible. Like, bear in mind, the vehicle rotates with the action on the screens. It's really cool. Like, another thing they throw in there, it's like when you watch, like, Ghost Galaxy, the Space Mountain Halloween-themed ride, which is a legitimately scary roller coaster. I don't care what anybody says. I really wish they didn't get rid of it, but... Yeah, if you haven't seen the footage of Ghost Galaxy Cruiser, it's actually a pretty cool ride.
Ghost Galaxy Cruiser sounds like a sci-fi comic about it. About a freaking, like, just a guy on not a moped, on a freaking motorcycle just cruising through.
But yeah, imagine like
the space.
Ghost Galaxy is like it was a Space Mountain makeover that took place on Halloween, where in Space Mountain when you go up the hill there's like a cosmic projection. So imagine going through Space Mountain except you're being chased by a colossal sized cosmic ghost, like chasing you throughout the ride. Like it tries to grab you, it tries to scream at you. It has a cool soundtrack. And my favorite part is at the end when the ride's at the loading port, you think it's over, but at the very end, the ghost comes at you at the thing and screams at you and as a final jump scare. And it's actually a legit jump scare. You like feel good. And it's like they named the ghost.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, it's not
The
like
first time you tried it.
yeah, it's
is
like
what I'm
that.
saying.
It's like that. It's actually pretty cool. Like they named the ghost's name was Bob. Hold on a second, Cruiser. I'm actually gonna send you a picture of what the ghost looks like in Ghost Galaxy
Sure.
because it actually looks pretty legit
Yeah,
terrifying.
Cruiser, if you are interested in coming to the Comic-Con in my neck of the woods, let me know. I already have the room booked. It's gonna be my girlfriend and I.
So
I'd like to watch.
so Cruiser, this is actually the most common image of the ghost. So take a look at this. This is actually pretty
Where are
cool.
you sending it?
Messenger. This actually looks pretty dope ass cool.
Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty badass.
Like imagine you going up the hill. It shows like a star field, but then it pulls back and it's that thing in its eye, and then it looks at you, and then the tube around you it just reaches in and electrocutes everything around you. It's like it's freaking rambunctious, man. They got rid of it because I think it was old, but like I thought it was great. I wanted Space Mountain to bring in Disney World to bring this. I'll show you guys a video of it afterwards. They named the ghost Bob. Ask Kurt about it. He might have ridden it.
It's possible. I mean, knowing him, there's a lot of shit he's ridden.
Yeah, man, it's really cool stuff, man. But yeah, like I like the idea because like Space Mountain, the Guardians of the Galaxy one, it shows the ghosts on projector screens, but like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, it moves with the action. Like the screen can move there. It's like crazy. But yeah, they're like also
Is it safe to put your hands up on Space Mountain?
I don't think so.
I can imagine.
No, I don't think so neither.
It depends on how long your hands are. That's the best way I can describe it. It's one of those rides where I want to put my hands up, and I'm kind of afraid to.
Yeah.
It's like I want my hands to be out here. Guardians of the Galaxy, you can put your hands up. It's pretty easy to see in there. That's kind of my crit. You can kind of see the screen.
Is Star-Lord on this thing?
Oh yeah.
Does Star-Lord make an appearance?
Oh yeah.
Just making sure.
All the Guardians are in there. Like when
just
when
making
you,
sure.
When you, I don't know what the story is, but when you go up and launch, like it just shows Rocket saying, all right, all systems ready to go. Hope you survive." And like Star-Lord and Gamora are like, "Dudes, come on, we're trying to be optimistic here." Even Drax is like, "Yeah, go for it, but I think you're all gonna die." Or something like that. He's eating
like my favorite fun fact about Guardians of the Galaxy, at least the first movie, is that scene where Star-Lord is like holding some ball and he drops it. That wasn't scripted. That was a real blooper that they just kept in the movie because it was so funny.
Yeah, man. We were actually just talking earlier. I like the first scene of Star-Lord in his ship because it reveals he's pansexual.
What?
He's open there and an alien just comes out of the floor. He's like, "What the hell happened last night?"
Sounds like he was probed. Without consent.
Nope, dude, he bangs that alien chick, man. I was actually telling him that story about how you were freaking out about Lando Calrissian being pansexual, and then I told you what Donald Glover said, and you're like, "Okay, fine, you win." Donald Glover's response: first, I don't care. Second of all, how can you not be pansexual in space? There's like so many things you could have sex with up there.
Like a spatula?
Sure.
They make love to kitchen utensils?
Dude,
I remember you saying that joke, and I stole it.
Yeah, like I remember you even responding like saying, okay, I'll give it that. I'll let it pass. That's fine, whatever. He has a point. Like, yeah, it was the first time I triumphed you. Just like how I triumphed you in the final 5. God, I'm dying, guys. Cruise, I need an obituary. Kuma, ladies first. Your time begins now.
Yay. Well, mostly not doing much. Just been bored. Not yet. Really just been bored. I got really nothing. I've been trying these factor meal things. They're like the pre-prep meal things that you get from this company called Factor. They're pretty good. I actually do recommend them. But besides that, the D&D community group that I'm a part of is going to be having another, not another podcast, or I think it's a podcast. Yeah, it's a podcast, but like their own like little interview thing called Dicey Conversations. And I'm going to be a part of it next Friday. Yay!
Is it gonna be live streamed?
Yeah, it's gonna be on their stream and everything.
Dude, send me
So it's
I'll
going
post
to
it.
be, yay! But yeah, other than that, nothing much.
Good, because it just ended. So let's go on to the next one here. Mr. Cancer Crusser, your time begins now.
First, thanks to everyone who checked out Hoof Rock. I hope you will spread it because I really like the ending that I put in there, and Evan did a great job editing it as well.
Go fuck yourself.
And I will be working on the Friendship game soundtrack. And now that I'm also back, I want to try getting back with Kuma about doing our Silent Tune show. Yeah, because I really want to do that. So more content is still coming, as well as little vlog-ish videos, like about what's like working at a hospital. And I will see you guys at Welcome to Rockville in Daytona next month.
Is that all?
Yes.
Okay, dude, I'm just gonna say up front here, because I'm taking a hiatus for working on Mystery Brewing Theater. While I'm taking that hiatus, that's probably your best time to do it with Kuma. I'm just gonna say that up front now. I gotta talk to you about MegaCon after the stream, by the way, just to know what we're gonna be doing, because there's a lot going on there, so I'll be talking to you about it.
Good.
Okay, next up is your time begins now.
Same shit, different stream. Not much else going on really. Work home. Doing a little bit more of my 3D printing, getting some help with that for some projects coming up. And getting ready for the summer of movies for me, because let's see, it started out with Sonic 2. Gonna see Doctor Strange next week. Then I got Top Gun, Lightyear, Thor. Probably another couple, maybe. I don't know. And yeah, that's really all I got planned out so far. And remember, children, drink your motherfucking drug.
Oh, I've missed that.
I love
A
it.
week has been too
Dude,
far.
I love it, man. Next up is me. Okay. Let's move on to me. My time begins now. Nothing really to report aside from a lot of drawing. I finished filling up my first sketchbook. Yay.
And there's not one naked woman.
No, I can't draw naked people. I did use a lot of naked models though. But yeah, I'm working on it. Like I said, I'm going on a hiatus from May 19th through July 12th just to solely work on Mystery Brewing Theater for you guys, because I feel guilty enough as is. So with that, I'm going to end you with this. Insane flex, I want to build your pecs, a machine for sex, like a big T-Rex, gonna build your calves, gonna tighten your head. Dude, I love Aquadonk. I love it. I love it. Good to see Carrie Means back as the Fry Man. We'll be back for a moment here with Kuma's quote of the week. Stay tuned.
Yay! Quote of the day or quote of the week comes from one of my favorite little creatures, and since we were talking about aliens earlier as well too, one of my favorites is Stitch. Yay! And it's not just his quote either. Well, most of the rest of it is kind of, but it's basically Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And I'll also end it off with, because I've been watching some Ninja Turtle stuff with my nephews and niece a while back, I'll end it off with, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go, Ninja.
And good night.
It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.